disruptive leader. They come in and they don't do the conventional. He's a businessman and he's a politician. So he combines those skills, the experience of pragmatism. You look at this tapestry called Ghana. Every single district has a unique product that can create an industry, to create jobs. In fairness, President Akufo-Addo, in our first term, we came up with the 1D, 1F, and I recall vividly, because my assembly were tasked to get 3 unique products that can be metamorphosed into a factory, an industry. So it was a work in progress, but I could tell there was financial challenges. No industry per se came up in I use my constituency. So if we had gone on that tangent, even doing 2 per district, see, then this 14% national unemployment rate would have gone down a bit. But that is the call on the ground. And Kennedy comes across as someone who has done it before. He has industries. So he's the guy who can talk and do what he's saying. He has done it before. And also, he has been in parliament 6 terms. So this is a guy that combined experience. And what people love about him is his brutal honesty.
Out of 4, Kennedy Japan. The communicators no omweni abre pa wo hwe ns usu bempa they were to fire enye easy recently kra Steven Amwa ono so ni nsem odi betu dwa mani abo another video bi so a this lady her friend Catherine Afeku oba bedi nkomo bi de fa Kennedy Japan ho cheche mu say ohun ni say the best person to lead a party MPP Kennedy Japan because our track record no say I can say omudi Dr. Bawumia compare Kennedy enye because Dr. Bawumia on only record da ho oye vice kra na yehu adwuma oye be ba no Kennedy Japan our companies or factories were employing crofo was say the MP our parliament for almost 6 terms. And it's a Kennedy in business mindset no ebo anu say or person create employment and for my youth na obetime create amana ye out of 4 a year in somewhere Kennedy Japan communicated friend Catherine Afeku e dey abetu ja na easy na me pese beti nkomo no this side. At this point I think say Dr. Bawumia camp was some no monkey come because the ebobo no are nodding Osha poll say circulate here and there now farmer Bawumia ochina now farmer Kennedy and that Kennedy was run as a Bawumia so we was some regions be out of 4 who to say the matter chop hot now without majile me pese beti in somewhere Catherine Afeku edit to jaw this side and your all chain saying Kennedy is far better than Dr. Bawumia.
You're supporting Kennedy Japan to lead the MPP. If he were the candidate last year, do you think he would have won?
In hindsight, I'm not, an oracle and I'm not God, but in hindsight, it would have given us a better chance, I think, because he didn't have a lot of the fatigue, you would say, of being at the helm. So that could have been an opportunity. But as we sit here, emphatically, I would say now that I know what I know, it would have given MPP a better chance, a better shot of taking the governance to break that 8. Yeah, because it would have been a different face, a different person who had not been in office. And Ghanaians would have yearned to try something different. So, yeah, I think in hindsight, it would have been a good chance to have continued.
Right. So let's talk about your support for Kennedy Japan. It's been unwavering. Why do you think he should lead the MPP?
To put it in perspective, there are 5 gentlemen who have put themselves up for this election. They are all fine gentlemen and they all bring in their unique qualities. But from where I sit, don't forget I've been a member of parliament, I've been a minister, I've been a government spokesperson, and I have gone through 5 cycles of elections. So I assess all of them. And in my heart, I know that if we present Kennedy Japan, we have a chance after President Mahama to take over government. Why? He's not the usual run-of-the-mill tie, coat, GDP kind of gentleman. He is the one that is, you call a disruptive leader. They come in and they don't do the conventional. He's a businessman and he's a politician. So he combines those skills, the experience of pragmatism. You look at this tapestry called Ghana. Every single district has a unique product that can create an industry to create jobs. In fairness, President Akufo-Addo, in our first term, we came up with the 1D, 1F, and I recall vividly, because my assembly were tasked to get 3 unique products that can be metamorphosed into a factory, an industry. So it was a work in progress, but I could tell there was financial challenges. No industry per se came up I use my constituency. So if we had gone on that tangent, even doing 2 per district, see then this 14% national unemployment rate would have gone down a bit. But that is the call on the ground. And Kennedy comes across as someone who has done it before. He has industries. So he's the guy who can talk and do what he's saying. He has done it before. And also, he has been in parliament 6 terms. So this is a guy that combined experience. And what people love about him is his brutal honesty. He tells it like it is. There's no sugarcoating. And if you look at Trump style, Berlusconi, leaders who come in with boldness, they tend to disrupt the status quo. They do things that's unconventional. And that is what Ghana needs at this juncture. You need a leader who's thinking outside the box, a leader who's unconventional, and a leader who's courageous. He has been very consistent. Let's industrialize. Let's wipe out unemployment. How are you going to do it? He said, industry. So he's not talking from a vacuum. I have done it before. I have created industry. I have employed people. And the real issue in our country is unemployment, youth unemployment. So I have the antidote. If you give me the opportunity, it's in very simple terms. Sometimes I recall I was in the US when Clinton was campaigning, and he had this thing of KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Keeping it simple is always the solution to a lot of our problems. He keeps it simple, pragmatic, and it's result-oriented. That is why I said, no, I like this gentleman. I like his style of governance, and I like his can-do attitude. That's what we need. We need somebody who's emboldened, who's courageous, but who's also results-oriented.
Speaking of the temperament that you say that has won him a lot of fans, it has also won him a lot of enemies. His, critics say that this is a bad temperament of someone who wants to lead the country. Now, the opponents say he's fought women, men, his foes, adversaries, party members, and almost everyone publicly. Just recently, former gender minister, who was your colleague, I know you remember her, Sarah Adjosafo.
Of course I do.
Yes.
I mean, it's not that long
Sarah
ago.
Adjosafo.
We've only been out 11 months.
Exactly. Sarah Adjosafo came out publicly in full force, telling Ghanaians to outright reject Kennedy Agyapong because of his temperament. That is what Adjosafo said. Because of Kennedy Agyapong's temperament, Ghanaians should reject him. And this is somebody who has 2 children with Kennedy Agyapong saying this. So really, if somebody who used to be or right now is as close to him as Sarah Adjosafo is saying that he should be rejected, why shouldn't people listen to that?
Ken, well, your namesake, you've actually answered this whole intro to your question. And I think you are also being a bit selective. Not that I want to spend too much time on Adjoa, but in that same conversation, she vouched for the principled nature of the candidate who will turn things around in Ghana, who's Ken. Said, the Ken that I know, he is very principled and he will not tolerate family and friends kind of governance. So you can look at the big picture. There are 18 million people who are going to vote. And one person who, in her effort to denigrate, actually comes out, it's reverse psychology, to vouch for the principled nature of Kennedy Agyapong, I will tend to take that positive element of the end of her vituperations. But I'm here to talk about Kennedy. But if you bring it up, I'll tell you the nuggets I took out of it. I was, okay, listen to that lady. In spite of all the stuff that she said, she was able, not coerced, not pushed, that the Kennedy that I know will not tolerate family and friends. And if I were to be in this arena and Kennedy wins, I will not be given a job. So my political career will come to an end. Now that statement is very loaded. It tells you two things. Kennedy's principled. Kennedy will not tolerate family and friends. Kennedy does not support nepotism. And Kennedy will tell it like it is. Just because I have birthed 2 children with you does not automatically give you a position in my future government. For me, I wrote it in my book on that day when I watched the clip. I said, this is a testimony of the principled nature of Ken. That's all I took out of that. So the rest, I mean, if you are saying her opinion as against 18 million people who go to the polls should be the gospel, then you're not being fair to the rest of the Ghanaians. But I don't want to spend my beautiful time preaching about Ken's attributes on her. But if you were to put in context what she said, that I took home is she was able to testify that Ken is a principled man. And that's it.
Instead of what's a uti and someone Catherine, and I will to this side now. You can tell, say, Mammy, we steady Kennedy pound. Now, in some more can in a fact. Now, there's one thing I've noticed about Kennedy Japan communicators. Omoba, they go straight to the point. Omoka fact upon fact. Even when they babeshin say, hey, wherever is a Kennedy, no, or if Sebi Odin comfort them, they find a way to justify it. They find ways to defend that. And this one thing I really like about it. Unlike the other at the other side of the camp, but Kennedy they who say they are coming with facts. They are not just talking alone. They are not just throwing punchlines to beat the opponents, but they are coming with facts. In some Mokano, it's something where it resonates. Now the forward imagine man for Musiwaha. When you subscribe to your channel, so I may just subscribe, like it, share your comments, na share video, no, na ma into me and